Welcome to our in-depth exploration of a pressing global issue, melting glaciers and what their decline means for our future water supplies. As the world's natural water towers continue to shrink, we take a closer look at the critical role these ice masses play, from sustaining agriculture to powering our energy needs. In this video, we will examine the alarming impacts of glacial melt, particularly in regions like the Himalayas, Greenland, and Antarctica, highlighting the urgency for climate action to secure our water resources. Join us as we uncover the interconnectedness of glaciers in our future, and the implications of their loss on ecosystems and humanity. 1. The Earth's natural water towers. Glaciers are often described as the Earth's natural water towers, and for a good reason. They store about 69% of the world's freshwater, making them an indispensable resource for our planet. Imagine a giant reservoir frozen in time, holding the key to life-sustaining water supplies. These ice giants feed rivers that provide water to over 1.9 billion people globally, including major populations in South Asia, China, and South America. The sheer magnitude of the resource they represent is staggering and critical for both humans and ecosystems. As they melt, they release this fresh water, providing essential water for drinking, agriculture, and power generation. However, as climate change accelerates, the stability of these natural water towers is under severe threat, and the consequences are far-reaching. 2. Himalayan glaciers. The third pole, the Himalayan region, often referred to as the third pole, due to its vast ice reserves, plays a crucial role in sustaining nearly 1.5 billion people. These glaciers are a lifeline for countries like India, Nepal, and China, where they feed major river systems such as the Ganges, Brahmaputra, and Indus. But the alarming rate at which Himalayan glaciers are melting has sparked concerns. The once robust ice masses are shrinking, and the river systems they support are facing fluctuations in flow. Initially, increased meltwater may seem beneficial, but it masks a looming crisis. As glaciers continue to diminish, the temporary surge in water supply will eventually lead to droughts and water shortages, affecting millions who rely on these waters for survival. 3. Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets. A global concern. The Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets are melting at an unprecedented rate, losing over 400 billion metric tons of ice each year. This massive loss is not just a regional concern, it has global implications. One of the most alarming consequences is the rise in sea levels, which threatens coastal communities around the world. As the ice sheets shrink, the added water to the oceans could displace millions of people living in low-lying areas. Coastal cities could face devastating floods, and ecosystems that depend on stable sea levels are at risk. The loss of these ice sheets is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet's systems and the urgent need for climate action. 4. Short-term gains and long-term losses. In the short term, melting glaciers may appear beneficial as they increase river flows, providing more water for consumption and agriculture. However, this is a deceptive gain, as it leads to long-term losses. Once the ice reserves are depleted, the regions that once relied on the consistent flow of meltwater will face severe water shortages. This situation is akin to drawing water from a well without replenishing it. Eventually, the well runs dry, leaving communities and ecosystems in crisis. Without the steady input of glacial melt, rivers will run low, affecting everything from drinking water supplies to agricultural productivity. The urgency to address this issue cannot be overstated. 5. Impact on agriculture. Agriculture is one of the sectors most vulnerable to the loss of glacial meltwater. Many farming regions rely on the consistent flow of meltwater for irrigation, especially during the dry seasons. The absence of this dependable water source could lead to reduced crop yields, threatening food security for millions. Farmers who have relied on these water flows for generations may find themselves facing unprecedented challenges. The ripple effect on global food supply chains could be profound, as regions that export agricultural products struggle to maintain production levels. The situation underscores the need for adaptive strategies and innovative water management practices to mitigate the impact on agriculture. 6. Hydroelectric power at risk. fact, the production of hydroelectric power, a renewable energy source, is also at risk due to the diminishing flow of glacier-fed water. Many dams and reservoirs depend on a steady supply of this water to generate electricity. As glaciers shrink, the reliability of these energy sources diminishes, potentially leading to energy shortages. This scenario is particularly troubling for regions that heavily rely on hydroelectric power for their energy needs. The loss of this sustainable energy source could lead to increased reliance on fossil fuels, exacerbating climate change and creating a vicious cycle. It highlights the importance of diversifying energy sources to ensure a stable and sustainable energy supply. 7. The role of glacial melt in ecosystems. Glacial meltwater plays a crucial role in regulating river temperatures, supporting aquatic ecosystems that thrive in cold water conditions. Many species of fish and other aquatic organisms depend on this chilly environment to survive and reproduce. As glaciers recede, the warming of river waters can disrupt these delicate ecosystems, leading to a decline in biodiversity. The loss of glacial melt also affects the availability of nutrients carried downstream, impacting the entire food chain. Protecting these ecosystems requires a holistic approach that considers the intricate relationships between glaciers, rivers, and the life they support. 8. The urgency of climate action. Without urgent climate action, many glaciers could vanish by the year 2100, leaving millions without reliable freshwater sources. The prospect of such a future is daunting, as it threatens to exacerbate existing water scarcity issues and create new geopolitical tensions. The time to act is now, as the window for mitigating the impacts of glacial melt is rapidly closing. Efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, promote sustainable water management, and protect vulnerable ecosystems are essential to safeguarding our water supplies for future generations. The loss of glaciers is not just an environmental issue, it's a global water security crisis that demands immediate attention.